welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am going to be showing you my August TBR, but there's a little bit of a twist because I thought I would do a little fun way of doing it like I normally do, and I thought I would get Instagram to choose my August TBR as I couldn't choose. Now on one of my lives I did ask for recommendations of different ways to choose my TBR. I did get amazing ideas, but I wanted to put in more time for those ideas. There was a long TV show suggestion, and I am going to do that. I want to put more time into it and more research into all of those ideas, and because I'm pre-filming or I go away on holiday, I didn't exactly have the time to do that, and I really want to make those videos good because I really like those ideas. So I just thought I would do kind of like a simple one this month, and then next month when obviously I have more time I could do more research and actually take my time in doing those amazing ideas. So let's just get right into showing you what was chosen for my August TBR. So the way I did this was I picked out some books, obviously paired the two together and put them as competition against each other. So the first two books that was put together was Dating You Hating You by Christina Lauren. Sorry if you can hear the banging, I think we're used to it by now. This book I have been wanting to read for a while, and also I want to try and get down my Christina Lauren collection that I currently have. So I was thinking this one because it does sound the most interesting, and to be honest it's the other one that I'm most excited for. And then we have Once More with Feelings by Alyssa Sussman, and this book I have also been really excited for, but I have also been putting it off because I heard mixed reviews about it, mainly bad when it first came out, and it completely put me off. But I know people have different opinions about it. I would like to obviously get it read because I did really enjoy the first book. So those are two that got put together, and the book that won was Dating You Hating You, which I'm really excited about. To be honest, I was kind of rooting for this one because this is the one that I am more excited for. I am excited for this one, but I just feel like I am currently in the mood to read this one more than I am this one. So I'm so happy to be reading this. It says, all's fair in love and war. But a meet awkward and mutual friends party, Carter and Evie immediately hit it off. Even the realization that they're both high-powered agents and competing firms in Hollywood isn't enough to smother the flames. But when their two agencies merge, causing the pair to vie for the same position, all bets are off. What could have been a beautiful blossoming romance turns into an all-out war of sabotage. Carter and Evie are both 30-something professionals, so why can't they act like it? That just sounds so good. So it's kind of like a workplace enemies to lovers, and that's just kind of something I want right now. Something easy, and I feel like maybe I could even read this while I'm away, like a nice, fun, quick romance, summary, I don't know, it's just giving off summary vibes. Probably could just rom-com, but yeah, I'm excited for this one. Okay, next that was paired up was The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Sunman. Now this book I actually started in one of my 24-hour reading vlogs. I think I want to say about a year now, or it was a little while ago, and I just wasn't in the mood for it at that time, so I did temporarily DNF. But I have been wanting to pick it back up recently. This is a podcast type of thing, I think, and I just feel like maybe because it's summer I am more in the mood for it currently. But I have been wanting to pick this one up. It's just kind of one that I forget about, and I have Rachel Lynn Sunman's books before, so it's not that I don't like the author or the author's writing. I do love her books. It's just I don't know what it is about this one, but I have been wanting to go recently. And then the next one is The Happy Ever After Playlist by Abby Jimenez. Now this Abby Jimenez is one of my favorite authors. I love Abby Jimenez books. This one has been on my TBR for too long, my physical TBR. Been on my TBR many times, but that was before I knew it was the second book and I wanted to read it in order. But I don't have an excuse now. I've read the first book, so I want to get on into this one, as I'm very excited for this one. I have been excited for it for a while, and the one that won out of these two was The Happily Ever After Playlist. So I'm so excited and so happy that this one won, as honest this is also one I was rooting for. I was really wanting this one to win, as this is the next book in a series. So I'm also slowly finishing off some series that I'm in the middle of, but also it's Abby Jimenez, a book that has been on my physical TBR for a while. It's all just positive things, but I'm so glad that this one did end up winning. Then next I thought I would do a different type of poll, and that was a classics poll. So I had two classics on my shelf that I haven't read yet and that I really want to get to, and I thought why not do it this month while I am having to put two against each other, because putting a romance next to a classic just didn't seem right to me, or a classic next to like a thriller, you know what I mean? I just feel like classics should be together, if that makes sense. I don't know, but the classics I have was Emma, and I have been wanting to obviously read this one for a while. I just haven't really picked it up, and there's no reason for it, but I am very excited for this. And obviously these are like stunning covers. I don't know what to, I'm not sure what Emma is about specifically. I think I've watched the movie, the little movie, I think, and if I have, then I do remember what the storyline is, if I'm thinking of the right thing. And then we also have a Persuasion, and this is another one I have been wanting to read for a while. Now I don't think I know anything about this storyline. Or am I mixing it up? Is it this storyline that I am thinking of and not Emma? I don't know anymore, I'm gonna have to look. But either way, one of these stories I've watched a movie and I know the storyline of, and the one I'm thinking of in my head I'm very excited for. But either way, I'm excited for them both, and I do believe they both have movies to them either way. But I was just fancying a classic this month, like a little bit of a change. Why not? I mean, if I can get to them both, that would be amazing, but I'm obviously not going to put that pressure on myself. But either way, the one that won was the Persuasion, which I'm kind of glad about because it is the shortest, and I just don't feel like really thinking currently. This one's 207 pages, and then this one is like almost 400 pages. Significant difference, but I'm very excited to pick this one up, and I have high hopes for it. Okay, and then the next two I put together was The Cousins, and this is a different book by this author. At first I thought it was part of the One of Us is Lying series, but it isn't. It's a complete different story. But I am very excited for this one, as it does sound really good. It says the story family are the envy of the neighbours, rich, beautiful and glamorous, until it all falls apart. The 4 children are suddenly dropped by their mother with a single sentence: "You know what you did." They never hear from her again. Years later, when cousins Aubrey, Millie and Jonah's story receive a mysterious invitation to spend the summer at their grandmother's resort, they have no choice but to follow their curiosity and meet the woman who's been such an enigma their entire lives. Teenagers are determined to discover the truth, but some secrets are better left alone. Yeah, that just sounds so interesting. I'm very excited to read it. It has been on my TBR for a while as well. And then another one was Her Sister's Child. Now this one is like a less popular one, so I was like, is it really fair to put them next to each other? But I was planning on reading this one anyway, and I thought it would be like, if this one wins, it would be one less book of my TBR that I wasn't planning on reading anyway, so that's why I put it next to each other. And I'm very excited about this one because it sounds so good. I will read the synopsis to this one as well. It rolls over and reaches for her instinctively. Oh, that was a big one. Her baby. Her hands hit and flaps redundantly. She stumbles out of bed and switches on the light, but this only confirms that the baby is gone. Someone has taken her. 16 years ago, Lizzie woke up to find her newborn baby gone. Just days later, Lizzie was dead. Her sister Paula swore she would do everything she could to find the child. If she hadn't promised to keep Lizzie's pregnancy secret, maybe the baby wouldn't have disappeared, and maybe Lizzie would still be alive. But in nearly a decade, Paula's never found any trace until now. When Paula bumps into an old friend from the past, she realizes she wasn't the only one who knew about her sister's child. Someone knows what happened that day. Someone knows where Lizzie's baby went. But can Paula find out the truth? Another family is ripped apart. Yeah, this one does sound really heartbreaking, but also really interesting. And the one that won was Her Sister's Child, which I'm actually shocked about, because obviously I've heard more about The Cousins than Her Sister's Child. I don't think I've actually heard anything about Her Sister's Child, so it was a shocking one for me, but I am very excited, and I was obviously hoping for this one to win because I was already planning on reading it. It seems like all the ones I was hoping to win has won, which is crazy to me. Very excited to start that. And then the other two that was put up together was One of Us is Next. So I did want to finish this series as there's only one more book left, and I wasn't a big fan of One of Us is Lying. Like, to be honest, it was a 3-star, but I did find myself bored most of the time. But I do want to obviously read this and finish this because I've bought it. So that's the only reason. To be honest, I don't think I'd even continue the series. I'm not really really interested, but I would like to just get it over with. And then we also have The Serial Killer's Wife, and this one is the first book in a series, and I'm very excited for this. I haven't really heard much about it. I've heard a few things, like not whether it's good or not. I've just heard like I think one person mentioned it before, but this is like one that I just found in the works, thought it was interesting. I bought the first and second book. There is a third book that I still need to get. It says every marriage has its secrets. Beth and Tom are the envy of their neighborhood. They have the perfect marriage, the perfect house, the perfect family. Please knock on their door one evening. Beth panics. Tom should be back from work by now. What if he's crashed his car? She fears the worst, but the worst is beyond happening. As the interrogation begins, Beth will find herself questioning everything she believed about her husband. They're saying he's a monster, and they're saying she knew. Doesn't that just make you want to read it? Like, I'm very excited to give this a go, and luckily enough this one did win, which again I'm very surprised about, because One of Us Is the Next is more popular than this one. But either way, I'm glad that this one won, as I am really excited for this one, and I have been wanting to read this for a few months now, but it's just not one like I gravitate to when I think of a thriller. But I'm so excited to pick this up and start this series. And then finally, I thought I would do a bit of like a less summary vibe and go with Guide by Emily McIntyre. This I would love to continue. I've heard that these books are better for like 24-hour readathons, but I don't really know what I'm doing in August, in the sense of I have videos planned. I just don't know how it's going to go, but I do want to continue with the series either way, as the first book I did really enjoy and I have high hopes for this one, and I've just heard that the series gets better the more you get into it, and I just feel like this will be a nice quick read, even though it's like almost 500 pages, which I didn't know at the time, and now I'm regretting all life's decisions. Even though I didn't know that, I'm so excited for it, and I do again still feel like it would be a quick read. I don't know much about it except for it was a Lion King retelling, I think. That's all I really know. What I put up against that was Exodus by Kate Stewart. Now, I read the first book, Flock, in July, and I still don't have a rating for that book. Like, I still don't know what to rate it. It absolutely shocked me. I was not expecting for it to end the way it did, and I wanted to move into the second book straight away, but the only problem was I was filming for videos and I was reading for videos, so like I couldn't move on, because normally I'll just be like, oh, I would just delay the video or whatever, but I obviously can't do that in this situation. Like, I have a time limit, I'm limited on time here, so I just had to move on from it, kind of. So I would like to pick this one up and continue with the series, because how it ended last time was shocking, and I'm intrigued, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know what to rate this book, because I'm like, did I like it, did I hate it? Like, I don't know what to feel about this book. That's why I'd like to continue this, because I feel like I might have to read the second and third book to like really get like a rating or like a feeling. I don't know. I'm very excited for this one, and I have heard that the series gets better and gets more like heartbreaking and emotional as you read through it. On that note, Exodus did thankfully win, which I'm very excited for, because I would love to continue the series. As like I said, the last one shocks me, and obviously I'm not going to go too much into it, but I'm very excited to get on into this one. And obviously I can't read the synopsis for this because it will ruin it, and not even I'm reading the synopsis. I'm going to go into it blind. At least that's what I plan for now. So these are the books that are on my August TBR. We have 6 books this month. Last month I did 8, and I found that the last 2 books I have still like reading. I'm still struggling to get it in the end, so I thought 6 would be comfortable, as I am hoping to do the video again where I try and read my TBR in the month. I'm hoping to do that video again, we'll see. But yeah, so this is my TBR for August. I'm so excited to get on into this, as there's loads of different things. I didn't choose fantasy because I'm not really in a fantasy mood. I don't want to put that pressure on myself. So we have 1, 2, 3 romance. I think this is a romance. 3 romance, 1 classic, and 2 mystery thrillers, which I'm very happy with. I love the mix in genres as well. So that is the end of today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you being here as always. Please remember to like and subscribe, because you obviously like my content, because you've stuck this long, which I appreciate very much. Thank you all again, and I hope to see you all in my next one.